Tim Pool has been Israeliized, so they let him in the White House press. It's amazing, Johnny. You meet with Netanyahu, you suck on the fucking yarmulke, and then all of a sudden you're in the White House press corps. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
That's really something.
Almost like Donald Trump got his initial bump from the Rothschilds and has always kept a few allegiances open.
Sorry, I put... Actually,
That's
we should
fine.
do the whole show with Carolyn
Sit her
Levitt.
on my face again. Boom.
There's Carolyn Levitt's tits right in Johnny's eyeballs.
Oh, dude, I was going to sit up a bit.
I'm like, Miss Levitt, are you going to make Tim Pool wear a suit and tie in the White House?
No.
She just gets that voice. I didn't know if you were going to do a lady voice. You just kind of...
No, I was going... God, was it on your show or mine? No, it was your show, talking about the clip where it's sitting there well, what about the word tranny? Do you find that offensive? Yes, tranny's very offensive.
Right? That was fucking wild.
Just night and day.
Fucking wild. So this Carolyn Levitt introduces Tim Pool as the new press member. Now remember, when Trump had Zelensky there, he gave him all kinds of shit for not wearing a tie. Him and J.D. Vance double teamed him, lucky devil, and castigated him for not wearing a tie. Mm-hmm. Let's see what Tim Pool is wearing. Aaron, stop. That's when it's a solo show, you fucking retard. Here we go.
Rest. All right, let's get to it. We have a individual in our new media seat today. His name is Tim Pool. He's a political commentator and a media entrepreneur with millions of followers, a very big platform. Currently hosts Timcast IRL, a daily news and discussions show, and the...
Tim, you have jujas on your cheek. Could you wipe that off, please? There we go. All right, you're going to be on TV in a second here.
Culture War, a weekly podcast exploring cultural and political issues. His programs feature in-depth conversations on topics such as free speech, censorship, identity politics, and societal change.
Well, guess what? That's all going to shift now that Netanyahu gave you the talking to. Oh, by the way, have you seen the clips of like his staff trying to bring up like the USS Liberty and shit?
No.
And he's like, well, you got to be careful with that because I'll show that to you in a second.
Often engaging with a diverse range of guests. He's in Washington today because we are also hosting a local media row across the street in the Eisenhower building, which is a testament to our commitment to bring new voices into the White House to cover the president and this administration. So, Tim, why don't you kick us off today?
Yes, many of the news organizations...
Fuck you and the horse you fucking rode in on. I thought he was going to at least wear a suit.
None of these people should take him seriously. This is a joke. I'm going to tell you this right now. This devalues the White House press corps, and I never thought I'd say that. He's wearing his
Not only does it devalue the White House press corps, it devalues everything they're doing and everything that podcasters being legitimate voices or anyone that wants to think or believe that, it devalues all of that because you couldn't put the fucking time together to even throw on a suit. I assumed he was going to wear the stupid watch cap, but you're telling me the asshole is also sitting here in a fucking hoodie and a t-shirt?
Yeah. You're going to stay on brand. You're ashamed of being bald. Remember when he went off on that guy for taking his beanie off? Just lost his fucking mind at that guy in that park. He's like, that's violence. That's violence. It's like, yeah, because you're embarrassed of your bald head. You fucking loser. And Tim, look, this is what I know about Tim Pool fans. Remember, Tim Pool's been Mr. Independent Media. I'm an independent voice in media. This is 100% a Trump dick suck move. This is a propaganda move by the Trump administration. And Tim Pool's fans will rationalize it. Tim Pool's fans will go, no, it's fine, Aaron. You're being crazy. This is him becoming a propaganda arm of the administration, both Israeli and American, and you guys are going to give him a pass, and you're going to still pretend he's independent. He's going to wear the fucking... Nobody's going to give him shit like they gave Zelensky shit. And by the way, I loved it when they called Zelensky out for not wearing the suit.
Right?
You don't wear
This is just as insulting.
We're not 13 anymore. It's not rebellious to wear your street clothes in a formal setting. Dress like a fucking grown-up when you go into a nice place.
I mean, you're sitting here saying this guy wants to be in this, like, oh, we need to be involved. I want to be part of the discussion. Right. Well, the discussion's being had by adults.
Yeah.
So I guess when you're in a room full of them, maybe fucking shirt and tie.
Hey, you want to see the hard-hitting, independent journalist, ball-busting, speak truth to power question that Tim Pool asked?
Yes.
Okay. In no way is he going to ask a question that will reinforce what the White House already wants to put out there.
organizations that are represented in this room have marched in lockstep on false narratives, such as the Very Fine People hoax, the Covington smear, and now what's being called the Maryland Man hoax.
Hey, there's a lot of people in this room who have gone against what you guys have said and said mean things about the president, and I just want to point that out and say they're really bad, Caroline, don't you? Like, that's not the kind of shit you need to ask. The White House press secretary is already going to put that shit out there.
They've been pushing that narrative for a while, like the Maryland Man hoax, and it's like it's not a hoax. The guy from Maryland did get moved. Like, the hoax is the idea that the dude's completely innocent.
Yeah.
That's not even a hoax. That's just oh fuck. Well, at least thank God we have Tim, because he's different.
Yeah, Tim Pool's going to hold people's feet to the fire.
MS-13 gang member adjudicated by 2 different judges, I believe, is just simply being referred to as a Maryland man over and over again. Now, in an effort from the White House to expand access to new companies, you've created this new media seat. So I'm wondering if you can comment on, following this expansion, you've had numerous outlets disparage the companies that you've had sit here, as well as the reporters. I'm wondering if you could comment on the unprofessional behavior, as well as elaborate if there's any plans to expand access to new companies.
Does he get a milk bone after this and a pat on the head and a good boy?
I assume Don gave him a nice little load.
There's something about
yogurt.
I've never seen someone that I technically agree with on more things that I just can't fucking stand. You know?
I don't know. I've always thought of him as just kind of a fence sitting. Like, I have never taken him seriously. The hat thing, like, I didn't know about him before I started doing streaming stuff. I didn't care about him, and I've only been streaming for like 4 or 5 years now, and it's just the whole time, like, the watch cap thing has survived. I've been like, okay, so this guy is out of touch with reality. Then I found out he was like a skateboarder, and I heard his music, and I'm just like, oh, you're just someone who wants to be a rock star and can't. Okay.
Yeah. God, I really can't fucking stand Tim. So,
I really hate him.
now I really hate him. 09 Canyon says, if he's not willing to wear a jacket and tie, at least put on a collared shirt and don't look like a smelly hobo. Mad Max Mardigan says, Tim Pool, the only reason you'll never need to ever take a millennial seriously for anything. Clapo says he's the only cunt that's got a hat on. So disrespectful. Bro, if you want to cover up your bald spot, put on one of the old-timey press hats. You know, wear a fucking bowler
Get
derby.
a wig. Hell, get some ass hair transplanted. You can afford it.
It's not ass hair.
Keep telling yourself that.
It's not ass hair. It's follicles from...
Right.
Around.
And what's one follicle to another?
I mean, you're not growing ass hair.
Are they taking them from your pubes? It's even worse.
It's not ass hair, though. That's what I'm
You
saying.
have bald spots on your balls.
I could live with that. You can take all the hair from my balls. Take my ball hair. Take my ass hair. Put it in my bald spots.
See if you can barter them down. If you're like, hey, I'll let you, as opposed to like nitpicking the.
It's fine. I don't want to. It's fine. I don't want to finish my song parody bit. Go ahead.
No,
go ahead. No, it's fine. It could have been. It's just an old school thing that the audience loves, but it's not important. Go ahead.
Yeah, fuck your ball hair. Anyways, but no, as I'm saying, just move the ball hair right up into the filament. There you go.
Yeah, now I don't care about the conversation.
And you'll have curls.
And I just don't. I don't care now. What were we talking about?
Tim Pool being gay.
Oh, well now, okay, I'm back. Tim Pool is a giant pro-Israeli homosexual. How's that? You know, I don't get to do a lot of Tim McGraw song parodies on this program. That's all I'm saying. All right.
And I'm just saying, while the no-sell interrupt, I call it the Whiskey Pete special, while it's not great all the time, it's what made it beautiful. Fire it in there once in a while.
You really have to lean in. You can't like back down once I say, yeah, I fucking take my bit. You can't.
Yeah.
You have to ignore my pleas for sympathy. And you have to put,
and go straight on to continuing with ball hair transplant.
1,000%. Coltrane with $1 says, wear a fucking yarmulke, Tim. It'll be on brand. Yeah, I mean, I'll take a yarmulke for God's sake. Ben Shapiro is more authentic than Tim Pool. Thank you very much for the $270 away from today. Hey, in the next 8 minutes, let's drop $20 in. There's Andrea with $5. Says, Tim wasn't having a meeting with the president. Your hair is gay. JK, love you, mean it. Yeah, Andrea is one of our biggest Tim Pool fans. Her and I are never going to agree on old Timmy, but that's okay. She's very professional about it. She's very cool about it. Kloppo says, Aaron, when's your first hair consultation meeting? I'm gonna age gracefully, I think. I don't know. You guys keep hitting goals the way you have been, maybe, but 265 away from today. Thank you guys very much for your generosity. Again, what is it? 265? $15 in the next few minutes. Let's keep rallying up, and we'll stay on track for today, even with the technical difficulties. You guys have stayed on track. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all of your help and support in keeping this show the way it is. So you've never seen the Tim Pool USS Liberty thing?
No.
It's just bloody fantastic. I'm telling you right now, my friend. Let's go Tim Pool USS. One of his guests tries to bring up the USS Liberty. Tim Pool is not having that shit. This is his co-host or his producer. I'm going to call him Rolf. I don't really know his name, but he reminds me of Rolf from the Muppets. So we're going to go with that. Old Bunsen fucking Honeydew here. He has a guest on, and his producer brings up the USS Liberty, and old Tel Aviv Tim here wants to shut that shit down right away. Now, if you don't know about the USS Liberty, it's back in the day, I think during the 6 Days War. I could be wrong. The Israelis attacked an American vessel. Knowing it was an American vessel, it was a United States Navy comms ship. And the theory is that we caught communications of the Israelis committing atrocities. And so they attacked the ship. This has been debated. Israel and the United States both don't like to talk about it, which means there's probably something to it. This is what Mr. Independent Media, Mr. Speak the Truth to Power, Culture War, Tim Pool did when it was brought up on his show. Remember, this is a guy who went to a secret meeting with Benjamin Netanyahu.
Dude, I'm concerned with having American aircraft carriers over there. Like, what I keep being told about the USS Liberty. That's something with the Israeli government.
No, you should.
No. Wait.
You should be careful about that one.
Alleged.
You should be. It's a nice laptop. Be ashamed if something would have happened to it. You should be careful with that. Why should you be careful with it, Tim? I thought the truth set us free. I thought we were truth seekers and truth tellers. Tim.
I'm telling you should be careful. Those boats over by Israel.
You know what, though? You know who does themselves no favors is the anti-Israeli people, because then they, by default, go to Hamas. And it's like, no, those are Muslim fundamentalist pieces of shit, too.
Yeah.
It's
they can
like,
both be bad guys.
They're both fucking atrocity-committing shitheads. Whenever Hamas tries to get people going, oh, the Israelis murder babies, so do you, fuckhead. You're both a couple of baby killers. You guys use them as
bulletproof vests.
Yeah.
How are you better?
You guys hide rockets in hospitals. You're fucking assholes. Hamas and Israel. Like I said, I can't remember whose position it was, but they said, let's just not take sides. Let's step away from the Middle East. Let's let them have it out, and we'll deal with whoever's left. That's the way I'd like to see it go.
The Israeli Air Force jet fighter aircraft.
I mean, they did end up paying out the American government.
So I'm concerned, like, false flag operation, like a missile comes out of Gaza and hits one of our aircraft carriers, but it was actually an Israeli missile.
That sounds ridiculously reasonable.
What? Where would the Israelis get these missiles? They'd have to have some patron
Dude,
that would either be giving them money or armaments.
That fucking sucks. If Israel did do a false flag where they hit us with a missile and blamed Gaza, they'd be hitting us with our own missiles.
Yeah.
They'd Tony Stark our ass.
Are we double dealing under the table?
No, we're not, Tony. Actually, these are our friends who did this to us.
We're doing it straight out in the open.
Our friends are bombing us.
I don't want. We should get out of there.
It doesn't. Well, let me stop you there. It doesn't matter where the missile comes from.
A little bit.
Bro, it only matters where the missile comes from. Like, are you going to nuke Nagasaki if Italy bombed Pearl Harbor?
Actually, hold on. I realize I'm wrong. I had to think about it for a minute. I'm slow. Tim's actually right. It doesn't matter where the missile comes from. If it comes out of Gaza or Israel, we just glass the whole thing.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? In fairness, Tim Pool is right. It doesn't matter where the missile comes from. We're going to do whatever Israel wants us to do.
It doesn't matter where the missile comes from. It was ours, and somehow we sold it to them first.
Veldrain with $1 says Tim Pool should get Rand Paul hair. Rand Paul hair is pretty good. New boot. I think Rand Paul's hair is adorable. I think he looks like a fucking doll. I think he looks like a little plate. Oh, that sounds so gay. I really can't help sounding gay.
Is it because it's Wednesday? It's the middle of the week?
Quote, unquote, yeah.
Hump day?
It's hump day.
Yeah.
I'm going to the gym. I'm going to be getting
you're just thirsting for man.
Yeah. It's got to be it, right? I don't know why I Popeye faced that. Yeah.
What?
I go to boxing classes and stare at men's asses. I'm Popeye the gym going, man. I walk through the gym door. I stare at a man's core. I'm Popeye the gym. I'm
amazed as the time flies when they punch my brown eye. I'm Popeye the gym going, man.
They're gonna disdain us when I touch their anus. I'm Popeye the gym going, man. When I see their asses, I drool. They must call me Tim Pool. I'm Popeye the gym going, man. All right, enough. 265 away from today. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. Getting up to 63 degrees today. That looks like a golfing day to me, Johnny.
That's a pretty nice day.
That's a pretty nice day.
If I had some mobile legs or like a all-terrain wheelchair, I'd probably want to throw some discs.
Mobile legs, you said? That
Yeah.
reminds me, I have a message for you from the J-Man.
What's the J-Man?
It's up your ass with mobile gas. Bosco says. I have a message for you. Bosco says we're even. And up your ass with mobile gas.